What do you want to do? That's a question that Pat Metheny posed during some type of talk. It's actually a clip I saw embedded in somebody else's video. Unfortunately, I can't recall whose video it was, so I can't give credit, unfortunately. But it's basically it seemed like a seminar of some sort, some kind of interview, discussion type of event. And he asked the question, what do you want to do? And so if you want to be a musician, you need to do musician things. And I think that music has to be a part of your everyday life in some way, even without the instrument in your hands. And so what do you want to do? Well, first you have to have a vision, and that is that thing that you wish to do. So you want to do music, okay, great. But what in music is it that you want to accomplish? What is your vision that you want to see in yourself in this thing called music? There's a whole bunch of different routes that you can take. You can be a producer, composer, singer-songwriter in a cover band or a tribute band. Do you want to be a manager, a promoter? What do you want to do? If you want to be a songwriter, and maybe you see yourself being on stage and selling tickets that people are buying these tickets because they want to see you play the music that you toiled over. It's pretty exciting stuff, isn't it? Yeah. But how do you get there? Well, first thing is you need songs, and you need a hook. You need a good chord progression and a good sense of melody, right? There's all these things you need for that specific vision. So once you have a vision, you need to break it down to the molecular level. So if you want to be on stage singing a song, okay, you need songs. So you write your songs. They need a key, they need a chord structure, they need a form, they need a melody, they need some kind of hook, they need a theme to the lyrics. So then you have to break those things down. Whatever your vision is, it needs to be step by step. If you still have no idea what your vision is, then you need to do one of two things. You need to sit in what I call facing the dragon. And that's some pretty heavy stuff. What that involves is you sit in a quiet room, the quietest room you can find in your apartment, your house, wherever you live. And you sit, right? Don't even have a guitar in your hand, actually. Just take this off. And staring at the wall. I'm staring at the wall. But I'm not just staring at the wall. I've got my phone off, no instrument in my hand, no music playing, no TV. I'm talking about silence, the quietest place you can find. It doesn't even have to be in your apartment. It could be in some public place, as long as you can focus. But if you're alone, the better. And you just sit, right? You just sit. And you think about your vision. And you come up with your vision. If you don't come up with your vision, then you're basically just a ship without a rudder. You've left port and now you're just drifting aimlessly into the ocean, which is exactly what you're doing if you don't have a vision for yourself. It's important to also not get too distracted with others. There's nothing wrong with you, the way you are in music right now. If you want to get to level 5 and you're at level 4, or if you're just starting out, you want to get to the technical ability of somebody who has amazing technical facility on their instrument, like, Wes Montgomery or whatever your instrument is, Cannonball Adderley, doesn't matter. It's okay to be where you are, but how do you want to get to the next step, or do you want to get to the next step, right? So get to the next step by breaking everything down and figuring out what it is that you need to do to get to that level, right? And really break it down. So when you think you've broken it down once, break it down again. Really break it down and gain supreme confidence in what you're doing. Because if the house is built on a strong foundation, there's no storm that can wreck it, I promise. And just like your vision, if your vision is built on the strength of your commitment and the strength of your conviction, nothing's going to shake it. Don't get distracted by the others. There's going to be a lot of people who might not understand what you're doing, and that's okay. It's your vision, though. It's not their vision. Don't let their version or vision of you get in the way of your vision of yourself. Instagram or TikTok or whatever your social media preference is, if you have one, there's tons of people who shred, maybe you don't play that way. It's okay to be like an elephant, you know what I mean, instead of a cheetah. There's nothing wrong with being an elephant. An elephant's just an elephant, and it never questions itself, okay? So don't question yourself. As a musician, what do musicians do? Musician things. What does an elephant do? Elephant things. And there's no questioning yourself. How can you not have a lot of confidence in yourself when you're doing simply what you're doing, right? Now, as I said in my last video, I do struggle with that too. Because, not being able to have the ability to get to jam sessions more often over the past bunch of years has really sucked. But I still practice, and I will be able to sometime soon, hopefully sooner rather than later. But have a vision for yourself. The other thing you can do is just close your eyes, right? So if you're trying to learn a song and your goal is to perform it, close your eyes. So we're going to close our eyes right now. So if you're trying to learn a song, imagine that you have picked up your instrument and you played the song perfectly. Struggling with the D chord, imagine your fingers effortlessly going to that chord. That jumble of fingers will one day be incredibly easy. You could do it in your sleep. Transitioning to that G chord. Over and over again until you have the confidence that you can do it in your sleep. Whatever it takes for you to succeed in your vision is what you can do. You just have to break it down and keep going. Now, personally, I'd rather face the dragon because if I do the closing my eyes method, I might fall asleep, depending on the day. But with a clear vision and with a step-by-step plan on how to get there, you can make it, right? You just have to believe in yourself. Number 1, have a clear vision for you and your music. Number 2, steps. Have very clear steps on how to get to your vision. 3, break down those steps as much as you possibly can. Build a strong foundation for your house. And number 4, be happy with incremental gains, because gains are gains. As long as you keep going, you will get there. That's all. Have a good one.